What's up, people? How you doing? Jeremiah Davis here, CEO of Business Funding Now, Davis Thorpe and Associates, the funding coach. You might see that I'm coming from Davis Thorpe fan page, Business Funding Now, and the affiliate page. I have a really special guest today. If you've seen the flyer out there, you already know who it is. But we got the marketing guru himself, the man, Mark Claiborne, CEO Client Dispute Manager. Let me bring him in. Mark, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Life is good. Other than the pandemic, I'm doing pretty good. How are you and Rose doing?
Oh man, fantastic. Look, Jeremiah, this pandemic is not stopping us. Actually, we're actually growing in the pandemic because more and more people are trying to start their own credit restoration business directly from their home. So, things are moving really, really fast, and everybody's healthy. Everything is good. Nobody's impacted, but everything is good, bro.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. But we've been doing these things for the last few months, and it's a big contrast for some of us that it didn't affect, and then it not only didn't affect us a lot, as far as our business goes, but it propelled us, and we're making more money, and but people don't understand. They think that was just a fluke or something, but it wasn't a fluke. It was being prepared, right? What are some of the things that when you saw this thing coming that you was focused on?
So before I even get into that, Jeremiah, for people who don't know me, let me just tell you a little bit about me. Really quick, like Jeremiah said, my name is Mark Claiborne. So I kind of hold different titles, right? So my thing is like I own a software called Client Dispute Manager software, and it's at clientdisputemanagersoftware.com, and it focuses on we focus on tax preparers, real estate agents, loan officers, any entrepreneur who wants to start and run a credit restoration business. So I would consider myself a business coach, a credit business coach, also a marketing coach. So I'm really good at marketing. I'm really good at lead generation. I'm really good at helping consumers improve their credit score. So I'm an overall jack of all trades when it comes to that. So, but to get back to your story, your question as far as the pandemic. So here's the thing. Pandemic, no pandemic, the skill sets that we teach, the skill sets that I think that any business, Jeremiah, any business, it doesn't matter whether you're online or you're offline, the number one skill set that any business should have, should focus on, should dedicate their life to is lead generation, growth, and conversion. Those are that's all that matters. Like really nothing really else matters for a CEO of a business besides growth. Growth, understanding the numbers, understanding their customer, understanding where to find the customer, understanding how to nurture the customer, and putting all of their focus, at least 90% of their focus there. And when you do that, Jeremiah, it is like the number one skill that anyone could have in this world that will keep you employed like forever. Literally. And I really mean that.
Yeah, and just look around at some of the businesses that were able to stay open, like restaurants. They couldn't have people in the dining area, but now they're online ordering and curbside pickup, delivery services. I mean, Uber Eats, Grubhub, all those things like that, they just blew up, right? Amazon blew up even more than it was.
Zoom, crazy.
Yeah, so they already had a client base and expanded it because of the situation. But having that infrastructure is important, as well as knowing who your client is and what your client wants, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you give us a couple little tips, on some of us who are struggling during this time? I know you aren't going to give all the secrets, but just give us something. What is one or two things that anybody could do to generate new clients?
Jeremiah, I think, okay, so first of all, I think the number one thing that a business owner who's struggling right now, they gotta have the drive, man. Like without the drive, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you can be the smartest person in the world, right? But if you don't have any drive in your heart, right? If it's not burning, then you're not going to do the work that's required to get the customer. Because see, these people are not just standing around. If you're selling a product, Jeremiah, like a physical product, like an iPhone or a something that people need, it'll be easier to sell that. But if you're selling a service, something that you run, a service to someone, it's going to be really hard to sell that. And the only reason why it's going to be really hard is because the people just don't know you yet. They don't know you. You're on the internet. You know, there's a lot of scams on the internet. So what I always recommend is, number one, you got to have the drive and the motivation in your heart to believe that you can actually grow your business beyond where it's at. And once you determine that you have that drive and motivation in your heart, now we're going to move to the next step. And the next step is it's all about, in the very beginning, or even where you are right now, it's all about visibility. Mm-hmm. How could you get your message out, your word, your offer, whatever it is that you sell? How could you get it in front of the people that's looking for it? Like, what can you do? Like, if you sit down there right now and you think, what are the different ways that you can get this video that we're talking about right now out in front of people outside of Facebook? Can you get it in front of YouTube people? Can you get it in front of LinkedIn people? Can you get it in front of Pinterest? Can you get it on a blog? Can you get it in front of use Google Display? Can you get it in front of the billions of impressions that Google offers us right now? And when I say that, Jeremiah, is because what happens is, without visibility, then you're just pounding the payment of the same people in your circle. So you got to get out your circle, right? So the more people you get exposed to, and you have a great offer, and you have a great system put in place, the faster you will grow. All right. So the number one thing I think that people need to focus on is the mindset. Am I ready? Am I right? Do I got the motivation? Do I got the power? Do I have the drive? Do I have the fire? Am I always happy? Am I doing everything I can? All right. That's number one. Number two, where can I learn to grow my business? Where can I start spreading my wings where I can get this video in front of another 1,000 people? Mm-hmm. And then when I get it in front of those 1,000 people, how am I going to build trust with those people? Because those people are just seeing me for the first time, Jeremiah. Right. You see, they're just seeing this video. Mm-hmm. And if we deliver content, value, and I'm talking to everybody else who's watching this video, if you deliver value, like key stuff that we're talking about right now, you're going to get fans. You're going to get new people that say, who are these two cats? They're really delivering some value. Who is that dude? And then they're going to trace you down. They're going to find out who you are. And then they're going to start following you. And Jeremiah, this is the world, man. This is the internet world. This is how it's done now. Right. But you got to deliver the value. You got to deliver core value now, not fluff, but you got to really deliver an actionable tip. And that's what I'm going to do today. Before we get off the call, I'm going to give a couple actionable tips that people can actually go out and take action, like right now, and get some traction. Right. So visibility is extremely important, Jeremiah. It is so important that I'm actually specializing in that now. On how to get exposure, like everywhere, like how to become a celebrity, how to become popular, like the Kim Kardashian sister. What kind of, she don't have any skill, like no skill, no nothing, the younger one. Mm-hmm. But yet she's almost worth $1 billion. What is that about? You see, so that's exposure, that's visibility, that's exposure. And you can do the same thing on our own networks. You can get exposure for your business. You can be likable. People will start following you. And then when they start following you, at that point, when you build this know, like, and trust, then they want to buy from you. Okay. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense. And I think one of the key things to reiterate as entrepreneurs is the heart. because everybody is not suited for entrepreneurship. I mean that, and sometimes people learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Like you look at it for myself, on a few shows ago, I just celebrated 5 years of being, on my own, with outside the corporate job. No plan B. Just plan A. You got to make it work. You got to do what you got to do. You got to stay up late nights. You got to be on the phone. You got to do customer service, CEO, pay the bills, do whatever, whatever it takes to get to the next level and persevere. And I mean, and when I look, you reflect, it's like 5 years. Wow, how did I make? Yeah, how'd that happen? But I never gave up. That's the key. For me, and then for everybody watching too. If you're just starting out, I often tell people that I coach, do you have a plan to leave your job? They're like, they kind of look like, okay, well, how much money you need for the next 6 months? How much your job pay you for the next? Okay, how many clients you're going to get in the next 6 months to replace that money?
Right.
That's a simple plan of action to start. If you really want to leave your job, if you really want to step out, and not be scared, or even step out and be scared, you can be scared, but you have to do something different that's out of your comfort zone. So yeah. So how long you been doing this, marketing guru?
Well, it's funny, Jeremiah, because I just finished writing my book, Millionaire Marketing Secrets, and all I did was just write what I know. Like it's not even anything. It's not. It's just I just write what I know. I write what worked. Okay, like not theory, like actual what worked. You got a hammer, you hit it in the wall, the nail went in. Same thing. Just wrote it down. And the marketing part, Jeremiah, I think I started the marketing part, to be honest with you, when I started my first book, Hidden Credit Repair Secrets. I ranked that book, Jeremiah, on #1 in Amazon for 7 years in a row. Now, this was 7 years ago before I actually started really doing marketing events and holding my own marketing events and doing online virtual summits. I realized, I said, okay, so I wrote this book called Hidden Credit Repair Secrets. It was all about fixing your credit because I had bad credit and I fixed my own credit and I put it in a book. And I said, this is how you do it. But the problem was that it got buried in Amazon's search function of 50,000 books.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, who am I? I'm just a no one. I'm just a no little guy. I mean, who am I? Mm-hmm. But when I said that in order to get traction with Amazon, you have to know how to market your book. So that's where it really all started. There was no software, Jeremiah. There was no credit repair company at that time. So I read every book on how to market a book. And then I started learning how to market a book. And my book started climbing up. It started climbing. It was number 20,000. And then it went to 10,000. And this was without advertising. Mm-hmm. Amazon didn't have advertising at that time. So it went from 10,000, and then it went to 5,000, and then it went to 100. And then when we got to the hundreds, I was like, oh, I started getting those checks from Amazon. I was like, wait a minute now. And then it went to 10.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
It went to 10, and my checks from Amazon was getting bigger and bigger, the royalty checks, because if you're on #1, you're getting all the eyeballs, right? Mm-hmm. So then it went to #3, and I could not knock this guy off from #1 for the longest. So I just started pushing more and more and more on marketing. And I can see that this guy was not really marketing. And then I got under him, Jeremiah. I got under him. I was number two. I had to get him, man. I had to get him, man. And I knocked him down. And when I knocked him down, I was #1 for 7 years in a row. Let me give you a little secret about Amazon. Mm-hmm. Amazon says, if you get in their algorithm and you're selling, they're going to leave you up there. Why are they going to bring somebody else and they're not proven? Like the other books are not proven. So Amazon said, this dude must be doing something. So let's put them up in number one and get more exposure and make more money for us. Everybody's happy. Everybody is happy. And that's exactly what happened. So I would, it was on Amazon for 7 years in a row. It dropped down now, man. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's back at 100 or whatever. That's because I stopped marketing. So the moral of the story, Jeremiah, back then and there, I was just a regular Joe Blow, 9-to-5er, man, who did not believe that just a regular dude can topple 50,000 books on Amazon. Something I wrote in a vehicle sitting in the car. I just wrote the book.
Wow.
Okay, so what does that say to everyone that's watching this? That says that if you are regular, just like me, and the limited beliefs up here is what kills us. So if I can write a book sitting in a vehicle, working law enforcement, and then put it on Amazon and then get it number one, and then in 7 years, now I got one of the growing fastest softwares in the country, and just wrote a book called Millionaire Marketing Secrets that's good for any business, then you can do the same thing. There's no difference. There's no difference between me. Right. I have a lot of drive, and a lot of people don't have that, Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah, that is true. And then the other component is the lack of knowledge. So how long did it take you? How long did that period? How long did you work at getting number one? And tell everybody what the book is again, because they want it so they can go get it and get you back up in the ranking.
I know, right? Get back at number one. For some reason, somebody promoted my book in another group, and it's the sales just spiked, and my check of Amazon just went up because I'm still getting checks for them right now. It's 7 years later. So what happened was, Jeremiah, I was obsessed with credit repair at that time, and I wasn't obsessed with marketing. I'm obsessed with marketing now because I know that's the keys. Those are the keys to the kingdom, right?
Yeah.
The owner, the CEO of Disney, he's from a marketing background, VIP sales, not operations, sales VIP. Okay. Right. Anyways, so it took, I don't know, it took a couple years. I mean, of constant marketing, like constant, just constant trying different things, trying different ways of marketing my book. YouTube, I was doing videos showing my book on YouTube, like, hey, get this book. It really helped me take my credit score from a low 540 to 790. Get this book today. Hidden Credit Repair Secrets. Go to Amazon right now and get your copy. That really helped me. So a lot of marketing strategies helped me to rank my book number one on Amazon.
But how long did it take? A year? 6 months?
And not 6 months, because I would say it was an ongoing process. So anywhere from 6 months to 2 years to keep it at number one, because there was always you're always marketing, Jeremiah.
Right.
Like the marketing never stops.
No.
It just never. You can hire an outside company to do this for you, but they're going to charge you arm and leg, and they want half of your business. Okay. Yeah. Not only they're going to charge you arm and leg, but they want half of your business as well, right? Because they're making you the money.
Yeah.
Right. They're getting you the cash flow.
So because they like you. They don't do that work because they like you.
That's right, man. They don't do that work because they like you. You're going to pay for that, man. Like you're going to give up at least 40% of every sale that they get you through that door, and that may not be a bad idea if you're just sitting back doing the operation part.
Well, we live in the world now where people want it, but they don't want to work for it, right? I know what I need. I don't know how to do it. Can I just pay you to do it for me? Sure. And I mean, it is what it is, but there's some things as a business owner you have to do for yourself. You can't outsource everything. All right, because I deal with this because I want to outsource everything. Okay. Nobody else is in my head, and nobody else sees the vision I see.
Right.
And then so when I tell people like my marketing team or my VAs or whoever I'm talking to what I'm planning on doing, I'm rattling off all the stuff that's coming out of my head. It blows them away. And they're like, okay, but can you write it down? And I'm like, I'm gonna write it down, and I'm gonna create a plan, and this is what we're going to do. But the ideas come in so fast and heavy, because one thing leads to another. I call it the next shiny object syndrome.
Right. Yeah.
And then I have to control myself. Like, no, get this done first before you move on to the next thing. But that comes with years of experience. You know.
It does.
Yep. Okay, so how many companies you got?
How many what?
How many businesses do you have?
So right now, pretty much just one, man. I'm getting ready to start. The software is our primary business. Client Dispute Manager Software.com. We have thousands of customers, and we only had 99 like 4 years ago. But because of the marketing, again, is what allowed these thousands and thousands of customers to happen. You see, that's why I told you I went nuts with it, right? So I have the software. I also have the marketing, the events. We do the virtual events online, and then we do the live events, the credit repair marketing event. Now, I want to say something to you about that really quick, Jeremiah, because now next year, if some vaccine comes, which one lady, she already took a vaccine on it. I don't know if you know about that. Did you know about that?
There's a trial, some human trials going on.
Yeah.
What happened with that yet? But yeah.
Well, there was 15,000 people who were in stage 3, but there was one lady who actually, I think, went to stage 4, and she actually took the vaccine. Like, she actually took it and went out like just to see if she gets COVID. No, literally, like they said, the only way this is going to work is if we actually try it. So they gave her the vaccine. She said, look, you got to go out and we're going to check you every couple weeks or whatever to see if this is fighting it. But anyway, so next year we were looking at having our third marketing event, but it's not credit repair marketing event. And we are focusing on the financial market. So everyone in the financial market, financial planners, consumer attorneys, tax professionals, bookkeepers, coaches, anybody that's in that financial industry, our breakthrough event is all about growth of your business and how to get the best customers, close them and stuff. And we're looking at July for that. So we're actually branching out, Jeremiah. We're not focusing on the credit repair industry anymore when it comes to marketing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the principles should be applicable to any business type, right?
Yeah.
So definitely, I think that's. I remember having a few conversations about doing something outside the credit repair industry. But why pigeonhole yourself in one industry when you can help? When you're helping thousands now. Why don't help tens of thousands or millions of people? There's over 30 million businesses, small businesses in America.
Wow.
All right. And I'm not trying to get all of them, but I'm going to get a few. Okay. But my point is, they all need these type of services. Most of them are just a small family-owned mom and pop.
Yeah.
If it's online, or I have one client that sells chrome polish, right? Which you never think about. He blew up when COVID started. Okay, semi truck drivers, motorcycle, people who ride motorcycles, and anybody who has RV guys.
Right.
He went from making $20,000 a month to making $100,000 a month selling chrome polish. So it could work, right? It was the online marketing, right? They got him exposure, and COVID. That's like a business that you never thought that you're like, what? What are you chrome polish? What are you talking about? But now he's making $100,000 a month selling his chrome polish.
Wow, and the IRS is taking 37% of that too, right?
I don't know the business structure, but he should talk to the right people where he can pay less. So, 50%, if we get creative, we might get a little less.
Yeah.
So any business owner, I want to ask you this. This is what I want to ask you. Where do you have this marketing training outside of the credit repair? Do you have marketing training for anybody that wants it?
Yeah. So when we're talking about like anyone in the industry right now, we haven't opened up anything for anybody.
Okay.
Right. So I am kind of still focusing on the credit restoration industry, but the tactics are not the tactics, but the things that I teach it's universal, right? So the next event that I have, the next virtual event, will be general strategies for any business that they can use. Now, when I mean by general, I'm not talking about general. I'm talking about stuff that actually works. That really strategies that if you do, you could see a customer or you could see one or two customers. Right. So in our next virtual event, visibility secrets, that's the one where we're going to focus on exposure, outside of Facebook. we're going to focus on how do you really get your business exposure. So that anybody can attend that one. And so right now, Jeremiah, I'm not doing any coaching or anything or working for any business outside of any business whatsoever. I'm not doing any coaching or anything like that, but I am building a whole new brand around my marketing expertise. And when I do that, then, you'll be the first one to know.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because, you never can know enough, right? And there are so many other forms of delivering your product or your service or getting exposure than Facebook, then, or Instagram or Twitter, the top, 4 or 5. But there's others that you need to know about because they can make you $1 million. So I think I really enjoy your events because it's the content that you don't get at other events. And I love all the events because, I love events, right? But at each one, there's a different flow. There's a different content. It's a little slightly different crowd too. But yours is one of the only events that focuses on marketing. And believe it or not, I've taken some of your marketing strategies and applied them, for myself, and I don't really do credit repair.
Right.
I do funding, and I'm branching out with some of that as well. We ain't gonna give it out right now, but be on the lookout. Some stuff is coming. I'm actually, you know what? Oh, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm going to start marketing as a funding coach so I can help people and teach people how to get funding, as well as the business credit, as well as the credit repair, all the things that you need to grow your business. And that's my passion. I want to see as many people succeed, right? That's my success. If I can build 100, 1,000 people become entrepreneurs and become independent and have the freedom that I have and you have to travel the world, to get on a plane or a boat. You take more cruises than most people I know.
We're not right now.
But before, flying first class, that's true freedom, right? Independence where you don't have to be bound to that 9 to 5. You can or bound to your business. It should operate automatically whether you're there or not, right? Mm-hmm. That's the goal. And I want to help people reach that goal. And I think you do too, right? You have a passion for this. You have a packed house at your events. There's so many people that come and they want to learn from you and they soak it all up. And it's really cool. It's really cool. I like it. So you got some new stuff. You're going to branch out. You're going to make this information available to the general public. So we got something to look forward to, right?
Yeah. Yes. The new book, my book is already written, Millionaire Marketing Secrets.
Is it available? Can we get it?
Oh yeah, when it's ready, trust me, you will. Everybody will know about it. Remember my visibility.
Yeah. I'm sure we won't miss it. It'll be on every platform of social media there is that I know, and I'll be one of the first to buy it too. Because I got your other book too. I got so, yeah.
But you know what, Jeremiah, before we go, I do want to just leave everyone with 2 actionable tips that they can try. I always say try, because I've tried it like many times and it always works, right? But if you want me to, I can share those with you right now.
Yes, definitely. Give them something they can sink their teeth into.
Okay, so the first one that a lot of you guys are on Facebook, right? You're on Facebook right now, and you really should be using stories. You should be using Facebook stories because Facebook stories is like the hottest thing, right? So here's a quick strategy that you can use, right? Any business can use this. First of all, you got to have a following in your Facebook, your friends, right? You got a lot of friends, 1,000, 2,000. They're going to see your stories when they pop up. So here's what you do. You do a poll. You do a poll. Okay. You do a poll. And what you do is in your poll, you ask them a question, Jeremiah. And what you do, you ask, do you have my free guide on how to, let's just say, on how to grow your business fast, or how to grow your business in 10 steps, right? And so you ask the question, and then in the poll, right, you can say yes or send me the guide.
Yeah, the free ebook, right?
Yeah, free ebook or guide. I call it guide. I don't call it ebook anymore.
Okay.
And those little worded, that wording matters. Okay, the wording matters. Ebooks are stale now, so we call them guides, right? Step-by-step guides.
I'm gonna use that. I'm taking it.
So when you run this poll, some people may have your guide because you're asking a question. But the other ones that do not have a guide, you just say, send me the guide. Now, if they click on that, send me the guide, then immediately you can go into their messenger. So let me, do you understand what's happening?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to call you later because I need to learn that trick.
Well, you know what? What happens is the really theory behind this is that Facebook says if someone interacts with your poll, you can contact them.
Okay.
Without being put in the spam jail.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that you have to have that guide ready. And when you run your poll within 24 hours, you're going to get at least 5 to 6 to 10 people that says, send me the guide. And when you send them the guide, it's connected to a landing page, and then they opt in, and bam, you got a customer who's interested now. They gave you their email, they gave you their phone number, and now you can follow up with them.
Yes, that is gold right there. That's gold. Because most people, I don't know if anybody else, but I see my stories, the people who view them, I get a couple hundred every time I do one.
I know.
Yeah. So
I know. So
good. That's good.
I did
another one. You got another one?
I got one because that one is kind of like super like stealthy because like a lot of people don't know about that.
Okay.
And the reason why, what'd you say?
I didn't know. So
well, the reason why they don't know, they don't understand that if you just start spamming people on Messenger without them asking for the message, then you're going to get put in Facebook jail.
Yeah, I did it. I was in Facebook.
Right?
Yeah, it took me 2 weeks to get out. I couldn't do nothing on business funding. I couldn't post it. I couldn't do the URL. I couldn't do nothing with business funding now. So I learned. I'm not doing that again.
Now, number two. Remember, a lot of people are making a mistake and they're focusing on growing and building their entire business on Facebook. This is a tremendous, dangerous mistake. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because with Facebook, they don't care about you. And I'm telling you they don't. Now, you may think, oh, I've had my Facebook account for 7 years. Nothing happened. But let me tell you something. If too many people report your business page, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah.
You're going to get put in jail for a little while. And if it keeps happening, it's going to get disabled. Now, whenever you're doing marketing on your business page with Facebook, your number one goal is to use Facebook as just a platform for exposure and credibility. Right. And then you pull them off of Facebook and get them into your email system like ActiveCampaign or Aweber, where you can control your customer base. Okay. This is extremely important that you right now from this day forward, you listen to what I'm trying to tell you, because if Facebook doesn't like you, or if you get hacked, or you forget your password, or whatever the case may be, your Facebook page is done. It's done. It's done. Okay? So there you go.
Well, that's what happened to me. I got hacked and I got put in Facebook jail. They spam some people, but I spam some people too. But we don't want to talk about all that. But the point being, I was just trying to get more people to like my page. That's
Yeah.
But there's a better way. There's a better way. Everything Mark is saying that I end up doing the blogs and boosting my post. Put a little money on it, and it started driving more and more traffic as well. But now we need some call to action. We need some call to action so they can drop that credit card and say, okay, I want your guide. I want whatever you have to offer. So you got a call to action or two or something. Which
Oh, you talking to me? Oh, you're asking me like what was your question again?
a call to action. Give us a call to action because I find that some people just think they're going to put the information without the call to action, and that's a huge mistake, right?
Yeah.
You can put all the content out there, but then what?
Yeah. So
yeah.
So you have two different types of calls to action, right? You have a hard call to action, and then you have a soft one, right? So a hard call, you should never do, if you're running ads, okay, so we don't have enough time to go through all of this, but let me just get straight to the point. A hard call to action is you're asking them to click this link right here, sign up right here, view this video right here, click here to learn more. Those are really hard calls to action, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a soft call to action is more like, if you like the content and you would like to speak with me further,
there you go.
Call this number.
There you go.
Right. That's the soft call.
Yeah.
Like that's not pushy.
No, right.
Okay, so that's the soft call to action. It's slowly snaking its way in there. And it said, hey, if you like all the content, I got a lot of more content over at your website, Jeremiah. Come on over to Jeremiah's website. What's the name of your website, Jeremiah?
DavisThorpe.com and BusinessFundingNow.com.
Yeah, come on over to there. I got a lot of good stuff there for you. Got a lot of videos there for you. Come on over. I would like to see you there. See, that's a really soft one. So, but whether you use a hard call to action or a soft, you have to give some sort of call to action.
Yeah, you got to have a call to action. And, I think the technical term you said was hard. I call it buy now. Is when I see something I'm interested and I click on it, and then it gives me a whole bunch of stuff I don't want.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that you need to know about your marketing, and you need to learn it or take a class, sign up something, because it's complicated, but it's doable. Anybody can do it if they have the right information.
If you have the right coach, the guidance, man, you really need like some guidance with the market. If you're just starting off, Jeremiah, like your business, you got a passion in your heart. You're like, look, I got a little money. I can run this business. Get you a coach, get you a marketing coach, get you somebody to guide you the right way. And I think that'll cut your learning curve. I think you will speed up a lot faster by doing that.
Yeah. And the infrastructure.
Sure.
If what if you got 100 clients in one day because you did have a right ad and the right call to action? Do you have the infrastructure to handle 100 clients?
Manage them, yes.
Yeah, you're going to do it manually, then you're going to be done in a week. Trust me. We made that mistake a couple of times. Like, okay, when I started doing the business funding, and I was recruiting affiliates left and right, man, and it got overwhelming, and so I had to put things in place. Now there's a procedure and a system. And that system is about to get revamped and supersized. So you don't even need to talk to me anymore. It's all going to be automated. You sign up, you get everything you need, and the training videos, all of it is coming to you. So my point being to all that is marketing is important, but so is infrastructure.
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to go ahead and give us a couple more minutes. If we got any questions from our audience, we got anybody want to ask Mark anything. In the meantime, how can they find you? And the book, your website, your services. Like if anybody couldn't find you, I mean, you're pretty well known. So
Look, Jeremiah, I don't even think I'm pretty well known. I just do I do what I do, man. I mean, to other people, I may be well known, but to me, I just get out there and deliver content because that's what I fall in love with, people who deliver content to me.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I follow them. I follow people that I'm like, wow, this guy is really good. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing. But anyways, if you're interested in a software, if you're interested in a community, a family, if you're in the credit restoration industry and you want business training, lead generation training, credit repair training, software training, if you want this stuff, if you want to be a part of our family, free lead generation training, then go to clientdisputemanagersoftware.com. Clientdisputemanagersoftware.com. Become a part of our family. Again, like I said, I'm not offering like lead generation outside the credit restoration industry as of right now. But once my book drops and I open up that second business, I will be catering to any business that needs help, guidance, or visit or strategy sessions with me as far as how to get more visible, right? And little hacks, like I just told you about using stories, like stuff like that is very, very important. But anyways, clientdisputemanagersoftware.com. There you go.
Yeah, only one question from my buddy Ron.
I can't even see the questions.
I got the chat. Ron says, "What's the hidden secret, Mark?"
The hidden secret
book for you guys. That's the name of the first book. The hidden secret.
I
said, buy the book. You can find out.
Yeah, buy the book. There's a lot of gems in there. There's a lot of practical advice. The credit bureaus are still the same. They're still the law is still the same. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is still the same. It was modified a little bit, but it's still the same. The principles are still the same. You got something negative on your account, inaccurate, you do a dispute letter. It's the same. Okay. So there you go. There you go, Jeremiah.
Okay. Hey, man, I really appreciate you taking the time out. I know you're a busy man, but doing this for me and giving out some valuable content. So thank you. And for everybody that's watching, you guys can see this video, get the playback and all that stuff. It'll be on all the fan pages and some of the groups as well. If you want to reach me, go to davisthorpe.com, book an appointment, go to businessfundingnow.com. I'm a funding broker. I can do personal loans, business loans, and in a few weeks, I will be launching my coaching service, funding coaching.
Yes.
So I coach you on how to get money to grow and start your business. It's good stuff. It's coming. Good stuff. So thank you again, Mark, and I'll talk to you later, man. Peace, everybody.
Take care.